Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony Rocky, and I'm from the local fire department, Division of Safety and Prevention. I'd like to thank you all for coming out today and letting me speak. I hope that I can bring a positive message to you today. My job is to help the wonderful people of this community to better understand the impact they have on preventing fires and fire safety. I've lived here for many years. In fact, I live right around the corner from here. I actually recognize quite a few of you from our local soccer games. I'd like to start off by asking you to visualize this very building and where in it you live and how you leave the building every day. So go ahead and take a second, visualize that. Chances are you leave the same way every single day. By show of hands, how many of you leave the same way every day? Wow, nearly everyone. Thank you. Put your hands down. Now imagine for a second, if you would, that you woken up 3 a.m. because you hear the fire alarm. You get out of bed to investigate. Still dreary-eyed, rubbing your eyes, half asleep. Suddenly, you can smell smoke. Maybe you can even see fire. Now you're wide awake and heading for the exit, grabbing family members on the way out. But what if that very exit that has been reliable for years is now blocked by fire, smoke, debris? What if you can no longer safely use that exit? How do you escape? How does your family escape? Just let that sink in for a little bit. I want you to visualize that. That particular moment in time is not when you would want to be thinking, oh, I wish I made an escape plan. That's what I'm here for. Help you think about that. By the time I leave, I hope that you will have a better understanding of your building's alarm system and your means of escape from your home. Now, I'm sure that at one point or another, everyone in here has heard a fire alarm blaring, going off, thinking, oh gee, that's annoying. Or maybe you were worried about the people that might be affected, hoping everyone was okay. The point here is, have you ever heard your own building's fire alarm go off? Do you know what it sounds like? Do you know what it means? Not all alarms are the same. It's important to understand what is an alarm, what is not, what's an emergency, what is not. It is very easy to ignore the fire alarm due to practicing fire drills, false alarms. They happen very frequently, and plain old carelessness. You don't want to be careless. However, it is very, very important to heed the warning of an alarm. You know, it could mean the building is on fire. It is a fire alarm after all. If, God forbid, there was ever a fire, every second counts. Fire spreads quicker now than ever before. Fire creates more toxic smoke now than ever before. This is largely due to the synthetic materials that are used in furniture, decorative finishes, stuff that's hanging on the ceilings. You got lights, everything. It burns faster, makes more smoke. Seconds count. When there's a fire, you need to get out fast, and make sure you're safe. Think about what could happen if you ignore the fire alarm. What kind of consequences could there be if you ignore the fire alarm? You never know. It could be a false alarm, but the whole point of the alarm is to, hey, you know, there's a fire in the building. There's possibly a fire in the building. Make sure you get out. Make sure you're safe. Don't ignore it. When the fire alarm is blaring at 3 in the morning, that is not the time you want to be thinking about an escape plan. You want to have had one already well thought out of at this moment in time. You want to be able to fall back on that plan at any chance you need, at any moment's notice. You want one that is well thought out, like I said, and you want to practice that escape plan with all your members of your household, your family, people who might be staying there. If you got someone visiting, just briefly mention it to them. You know, make sure you got practice. Fire escape plans are very important for every single home, no matter the location. If you live on the ground floor, you may think it's not as important to have a fire escape as if you live, say, up on the 50th floor. You know, those people got a lot more to worry about than I do. I'm right here on the ground. It's not true. You never know what could happen. You never know what exits might be blocked. Make sure you have a plan ahead of time so you can get out safely. It is important for everyone in every home to be prepared. This includes knowing the escape route, And again, practicing the escape route. Practice makes perfect. Practicing will help calm nerves in the event of an actual fire or an emergency. If you practice it, you'll know what to do. It won't be as hard. So, a couple questions here. What are some things that you believe should be on an escape plan? Let you guys think about this for a second. These are all very good answers. To touch up on a few, you should have 2 ways out of every room, if possible. Some rooms only have 1 exit. You should have 2 escapes. You should have 2 ways out of every room, and you should know those ways out. You should know the locations of all exits